Everything you think you know about Islamic history is incomplete. It wasn't one empire. It wasn't one culture. And it was never destined to survive. Yet it did. For 1,000 years. 1,000 years. Empires rise. Cities burn. Faith survives. When people speak of Islamic history, they often imagine a single empire, a single story, a single narrative. But the Islamic world was never one place. Never one people. Never one ruler. It was a living civilization, stretching from the Atlantic Ocean to the borders of China, shaped by scholars, soldiers, merchants, mystics, and rulers. This is the story of 1,000 years of the Islamic world, not as legend, but as power, struggle, brilliance, and survival. From revelation to empire, Islam began not with armies, but with a message. In the 7th century, Prophet Muhammad united the tribes of Arabia under a new faith rooted in monotheism, justice, and accountability. After his death in 632 CE, leadership passed to the caliphs. What followed shocked the world. Within a single generation, Muslim armies defeated the Persian Sasanian Empire, vast territories of the Byzantine Empire. But conquest alone did not create a civilization. Administration, law, taxation, and governance followed. The early Islamic state absorbed Persian bureaucracy, Roman institutions, and Arab culture, creating something entirely new. The first fractures. Unity did not last. Disagreements over leadership split the Muslim community. Some believed authority belonged to the Prophet's family. Others believed leadership should be chosen by consensus. This divide hardened into Sunni and Shia Islam. Political rivalry slowly became theological difference. Assassinations, rebellions, and civil wars followed, setting a pattern that would repeat for centuries. The Umayyad world. The Umayyad dynasty ruled from Damascus. They transformed Islam from a religious movement into an imperial system. Arabic became the official language. Coinage was standardized. Monumental architecture appeared. At its height, Umayyad rule stretched from Spain to Central Asia, but power came with inequality. Non-Arab Muslims were often treated as second-class citizens. Resentment grew. The empire expanded, but trust collapsed. Muslim lands were occupied. At first, Muslim rulers were divided and unprepared. Then came Saladin. He reunited Egypt and Syria, defeated the Crusaders, and reclaimed Jerusalem. The Crusades lasted 2 centuries, but they failed to destroy Islamic civilization. Islam endured. The Mongol shock. Then came the storm. The Mongols. In 1258, Baghdad was destroyed. The Abbasid Caliphate ended in blood and fire. Libraries vanished. Cities were emptied. The world believed Islam had reached its end, but history had other plans. The Mongols themselves converted to Islam. The conquerors were absorbed by the civilization they tried to erase. Gunpowder and global power. From the ashes rose 3 great empires. The Ottomans, the Safavids, the Mughals. They mastered gunpowder warfare. They built stable states. They ruled millions. In 1517, the Ottoman Sultan claimed the title of Caliph. For centuries, Istanbul stood as the political heart of Sunni Islam. The end of empires, not of Islam. By the modern age, European power eclipsed Islamic empires. Colonialism arrived. Borders were redrawn. The caliphate was abolished. But Islam did not disappear. It adapted, once again. 1,000 years of triumph. 1,000 years of crisis. 1,000 years of survival. This is the Islamic world, beyond slogans, beyond myths, beyond textbooks. If you value history without filters, Backend Index Pointing Right subscribe to Hidden History of Islam. Backend Index Pointing Right like this video to keep these stories alive. Backend Index Pointing Right comment. Which era deserves its own deep dive? Because history doesn't vanish. It waits to be uncovered.